Some empires fall slowly, over centuries, over generations, like a fire that burns lower and lower, until one morning you wake up and realize the warmth is gone. Rome was like that, and in its final, desperate hour, one man picked up the ember and tried to keep it burning. His name was Majorianus, and almost no one remembers him. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine Rome, not the Rome of Caesar or Augustus. That Rome is already 400 years gone. This is Rome in 455 AD, still magnificent, still vast, but cracking at the edges, like old marble left too long in the sun. The empire that once stretched from Scotland to Persia has been shrinking for a century, piece by piece, province by province. The barbarians are not at the gates anymore. They are inside the gates. Some of them are running the army. The Senate still meets, still debates, still argues, but the emperors come and go like seasons now. In the 50 years before Majorianus takes power, Rome will have more than a dozen emperors, most of them murdered by the people who put them on the throne. It is a poisoned crown, and almost no one wants it anymore. Into this chaos steps a soldier, Julius Valerius Majorianus. He is not from a royal family. He is not wealthy or politically connected. He is simply the best general Rome has left at 457 AD. His soldiers declare him emperor. He accepts, not because he wants the power, but because someone has to try. From the moment he takes power, Majorianus does something no Roman emperor has done in decades. He actually governs. He rides to the frontiers himself. He sleeps in military camps. He eats the same food as his soldiers. He knows every one of his commanders by name. The troops, who have grown used to distant, pampered emperors, are astonished, and they follow him. He reforms the tax system, which had become so corrupt that ordinary Romans were being taxed into poverty, while the wealthy paid almost nothing. He passes laws protecting citizens from their own governors. He rebuilds crumbling public buildings with his own treasury. For a brief, extraordinary moment, Rome feels like Rome again. But Majorianus has bigger plans. The Vandals, a Germanic people, have taken North Africa, Rome's breadbasket. Without it, the city cannot feed itself. Without it, the Western Empire will starve. Majorianus decides to take it back. He spends 2 years building the largest Roman fleet seen in over a century. 300 ships, assembled in secret on the coast of Spain, ready to cross to Africa and reclaim what was lost. Stand at the harbor for a moment. 300 ships, the sound of ropes and timber and the sea. Thousands of men ready to sail, ready to fight for something worth fighting for. It is the most hopeful Rome has looked in 50 years. But someone talks. Historians still debate who exactly betrayed him. Perhaps a jealous senator, perhaps a rival general, perhaps someone who feared that a strong emperor was bad for their own power. Whatever the reason, the Vandals learned the location of the fleet before a single ship can sail. The Vandals raid the harbor and burn the fleet. Every ship. 2 years of work. 300 ships. Rome's last great military gamble, gone in a single night. Majorianus stands at the harbor and watches it burn. We don't know what he said. We don't know what he felt. History didn't record that moment, but I think about it often. He marches back to Italy without his fleet, without his campaign, but still emperor, still trying. He begins planning again, because that is what Majorianus does. He does not give up. But the man who put him on the throne, a powerful general named Ricimer, has had enough of an emperor who actually governs. An emperor with real power is inconvenient for men who prefer to rule from the shadows. In August 461 AD, Ricimer has Majorianus arrested, stripped of his imperial insignia, his purple cloak taken from his shoulders, his crown removed. He is emperor no longer. 5 days later, he is dead, executed on Ricimer's orders, on the banks of a river in northern Italy. He was approximately 40 years old. He had been emperor for 4 years, and in those 4 years, he had come closer to saving Rome than anyone before or after him. After Majorianus, Rome never recovered. The Western Empire lived on for another 15 years, a succession of puppet emperors, controlled by men like Ricimer, until in 476 AD, the last emperor of the West was quietly deposed, and Rome, the eternal city, the center of the known world for 1,000 years, was an empire no more. Historians sometimes ask, what if Majorianus had lived? What if the fleet had sailed? What if the betrayal had never happened? Could one man truly have saved an empire? We will never know. But for 4 extraordinary years, one man tried, with everything he had, against everything that was working against him, and came closer than anyone thought possible. History is full of people like Majorianus, people who stood at the edge of something enormous and refused to look away, who fought not because they believed they could win, but because someone had to try. History never truly disappears, it only waits for someone willing to listen. Until next time.